talking about this whole situation, like, and he's like a woken white guy who's like knows the difference really between right and wrong, what like what should be right and what shouldn't be wrong, and they were mainly the ones going back and forth.
Yeah, like I said, I had to cut off some people that that I was friends with at Southern Miss. So
And
it is what it is.
exactly, like you can't make after a couple of years, you can't make somebody change their minds, especially if they if they pretty much dead set in their ways and don't want to realize change.
Given where we come from, and that's ingrained. So it is.
The thing is, this female has 2 black children.
What is up?
Yeah, let's get started.
Oh, hi.
This is issue 167 Nerdflow Podcast. We are back. 2021. And this is the prediction show. Got a lot of stuff popping out.
Uncle Dave in the building. I can't give you no air horns, man.
Hey, our boy Snapback Messiah in the building also.
Yeah.
What up, Snap?
Given the circumstances, man, our hearts go out to you.
Oh yeah, man. Also got
Play it once
with the resub for 2 months.
Hey, Play in the building too. Oh, they showing up, showing out. I see that.
But if for all of those who are listening on the download, listening on Twitch, this is Nerdflow Podcast. This is a podcast that's all about pop culture, nerd fam, anything from video games, anime, you name it. We talk about it on Nerdflow. So today we're going to be talking about a lot of our predictions as far as what we think are going to happen, what we want to see in 2021. And then in addition to that, we'll be hitting up some of the small news that kind of happened over the I guess you could say Christmas to New Year's break going into the new year. So, but first and foremost, how's everybody?
Man, I'm great.
How was your New Year's?
It's wonderful.
Great. Till 5 days afterwards. But
ate some good food. Then, sat on my back like a turtle that couldn't move.
That kind of does.
You know how you lay on how you full and you lay on your back and then you be trying to roll over to go to the bathroom or something, but you so full you about to pop and you try to roll over, you like.
I don't eat like that no more, man. Like when I was a kid, I would eat get that food. I don't eat like that no more.
But we talking about Thanksgiving. I mean, I don't eat like that normally, but I mean not Thanksgiving, New Year's. Yeah, we talking about New Year's.
I didn't even eat like that. I mean, on keto, you don't ever feel that full.
Shoot.
Like for New Year's, like I ate I would have got some wings. Like y'all know I was moving stuff. Like I'm in my new place now, so it was like pretty much.
Well, all I'm gonna say is next time I'm gonna send y'all a plate so y'all can eat like me. Anyway.
If you ate that much, I'll be eating that plate for 3 days.
Black eyed peas, cornbread, chicken, steak, American cheese. Man, it was just.
I don't eat black eyed peas, no way. That way it's gonna be on my plate.
You would have had them like this.
I eat all of that. Then I would just be.
Comatose.
I was comatose, man. See that song, I Put a Spell on You. And that food did.
Like, man.
For sure. Anyway.
But, so, with let's just hope 2021 isn't like 20, doesn't look back at 2020 and say, hold my beer. So,
yeah, boy.
It's almost looking like it was trying to. Let's just hope.
Well, I mean, given the events, we're not going, we get into our individual platforms, but Yeah, given the events, it's like, okay, 2021, Jesus, relax a little bit. Relax, bruh. Relax, bro, because you're doing too much.
But let's just hope, you know what I'm saying, it sits down and says, you know what, I just want to relax. It was rough. Let's just give everybody a break.
No, let's talk about for a hot second. Let's talk about when you from a certain place and you know in New Year's and you know them wasn't fireworks. Your eyes get wide. Yeah, you like wait. You hear the cadence though, because the fireworks bow, 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 bow. Them gunshots, bow, bow, bow. You like wait, hold on now, and you be looking on, you be like, oh Lord Jesus, hope doesn't. One time, one of my homeboys, his dad was sitting on the couch and a bullet went through the window and like right next to his head on the couch. So it's like that's always that's an irrational fear of mine, but I think it's valid. But Happy New Year, we made it. We all here.
I mean, like me, like when they started shooting or whatnot, I pretty much just laid down and went to sleep. It was just like it just helped me go to sleep. I don't know.
One of them bullets come in, you don't wake up.
I was thinking about that. You said you just laid down and just.
Yeah, I just laid down in my bed with sleep, and it was just like, oh well.
You know what got me, and we'll move on after this. It was a show called, I don't know if y'all remember, it's called 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yes.
On 1,000 Ways to Die, it was a New Year's Eve, and it was a California. They said a dude shot a gun and sent in South LA or something, and then a dude was walking out from the party, and it just landed in the shoulder and killed him. Like, man, it's like I said, it's an irrational fear, but it's valid.
Bullets, if you shoot them in the air, they gotta come down.
They gotta come down, right? That's every time New Year's or 4th of July happen. It's always in the back of my head.
But you know what? Like I remember 1,000 Ways to Die, but I remember Faces of Death.
Oh God! Well, we can't go down that rabbit hole. But yes. To answer your question,
that's in the days of what was it?
That was before YouTube when the internet was put on a VHS tape for your consumption.
Yeah, well, we was watching Kaza. Yeah, we was watching it on LimeWire and Kaza.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I remember Kaza. Oh my gosh.
Bear Share.
Yes.
Bear Share. LimeWire.
Yeah.
My God.
Gotta wait.
I mean, those really shaped my childhood, and you know that was part of the reason why I got into like computer technology and everything in my career path that I'm in now is because of the internet. My mom brought home a $900 big ass beige compact. It had dial up, and then this was like 2000, and they just started switching to high speed. She said, "Open up this computer and put the Ethernet, the high speed Ethernet port card in there." And I had to do that, and there I just fell in love. I was the first kid in my clique to have the internet. All the kids on my clique in my block didn't have the internet. I had the internet. You know, I used to have people at my house downloading songs, and it was crazy. Anyway,
like we got our compact, and which is crazy when you think about it. Like it was desktop. It was 99 when they came out with Windows Millennium Edition.
Mm-hmm.
And we had got it that year for Christmas. So you know, like it was 99. We got it for Christmas. So you know, 2K coming around.
Yep. Oh, I remember that. Oh.
Yeah. So you know, we had our computer. We had AOL with the internet.
Yes.
We also had web TV.
Welcome.
Y'all remember web TV where you hooked it like yeah, we had web TV also. And, like it was just crazy because we was in the projects and my mom was just like, "Yo, you know, my kids don't ask so much, so internet or whatnot." It's just that she didn't know that when you're on the internet, can't no phone calls come thrown down.
Why Cheryl ain't called me? She did. We're just doing that, Mom.
Get a business signal.
Like especially when I first got my burner. When I first got a burner, and I was able to make MP3s.
Oh,
I was making CDs with people all day down.
Yes,
and taking them to school. Like I did 3 songs on MP3s.
Took you all day to get them damn songs. All right, I'm my
age. We reminiscing. We going down rabbit holes.
Yeah. All right, man. So let's get into things. Let's first kick off with since predictions is the kind of key part of it, and I think that's typically gonna probably take the longest. Let's do predictions first. Let's start off with video games first. What do we think is gonna happen in video games in 2021? I know right now, as far as the forecast goes, as far as like releases, it ain't kind of nothing right now.
Yeah, it's quiet at the top of the year.
It's
but we please don't forget that thing looming over everybody's head. Microsoft ZeniMax.
Oh, I mean,
we don't know. The news when everybody woke up that morning, they were like, "What?" So we don't know what's about to happen. So I think my prediction. My prediction is something big. I don't know. I know that I probably skimmed over some Twitter on my Twitter feed about it, but I don't know if we're predicting or forking. I think something is a brewing with that whole ZeniMax, Bethesda, Microsoft deal.
Yeah, it probably is, but I think
and we don't know what else Microsoft has up their sleeve. So I'm gonna say now Microsoft is gonna probably pull some more tricks out the bag.
That too.
What they are, I don't know.
I feel like Nintendo is gonna try to pull something out their back pocket.
Switch Pro. Switch Pro is rumored.
Switch Pro.
Yeah, but like as far as predictions is though, like I still plan on getting Prince of Persia remake. But
I think that drops in March. I think it's March.
I thought it was supposed to drop this month.
There's nothing. Like I said, there's nothing. It's March.
Okay.
Now, when does Resident Evil Village come out?
I didn't see that on because I looked at some like a couple days ago, and I was just trying to see. I'm like, man, what's coming out? Because I'm trying to like.
It says 2021.
Yeah, I was trying to look.
I predict that'll be a good game. They never let me down, except for Resident Evil 3 remake. That was a shit show. Well, it wasn't a shit. It was good. I'm biased, but it was out of the remakes. It was bad. But Resident Evil Village is continuing the story. I'm anticipating that to be a good game. I'm not gonna pre-order it though. 2021, I'm not pre-ordering games.
No, it's a wrap.
It's over for that. I'm gonna probably spend most of my disposable income this year on 6-inch figures, like video game characters.
But
boy, don't buy that Valhalla one. That Best Buy exclusive. That sucker look trash, man.
Do it.
Yeah.
Well, we went to Best Buy today, boy. Boy, the one on what is this? The one on North 6 was giving me real we about to shut down vibes.
Oh, well, they just keeping it to a limited capacity, bro.
No, and they stock was too, not just the people.
Well, after the holidays, man, it is.
they depleted.
Look, don't peek in the back of the warehouse. You like, man, hey, bro, where y'all TVs at?
Bro, like Best Buy, hello, where am I? Is this Best Buy? This not the Best Buy. No, y'all sick? What's going on?
Oh, but trust me, towards the back end of the month and going into February, they gonna be loaded up. It's gonna be like Christmas never happened, bro.
I
hope so.
To this comic book store down here, and like right the corner from me, probably like a mile down the road, and went in his store and. You should have seen his face. He was just happy to see somebody.
Aww.
And like it's like most comic book stores I've been in, they tend to have a lot, figures, comic books, posters, mangas, videos, stuff like that. Just action figures, a lot of different stuff. Bro had come like. He had one shelf with new stuff on it. Everything else was old and outdated. Like his figures and stuff were old and outdated. And he was just like, yeah. And then when I was looking at the prices of his stuff, geez, like exorbitant fees for these comic books that ain't even really popular. You know what I'm saying? Or that's like they're not rare. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, is it a thing where he's charging the value, or is he charging more?
He charging more.
Oh, well, then I think that's like a haggle situation then.
because he was just like, he was like, you didn't see anything you liked, and I was like, no, I didn't. I was really looking for some manga, and he was like, no, he was just like, since this pandemic happened, I can count the number of customers I've had on my hand.
Yes, he need to get on. He need to get an online then.
Yeah, and I was thinking to myself, so I called the comic book store in Gulfport over in the outlet mall, and I was just like, y'all get. He was like, man, I get new stuff in every week, and he was just like, I can't keep stock.
Right.
Just like,
yeah, because comics have shot up since the pandemic. They haven't gone down; they've shot up, and with everything streaming now, it's gone up even more.
Right, and see, like what
I even got a Marvel app account.
The store in Gulfport has a variety. It's just not based on DC and Marvel. It's a variety, and like this store over here was just basically DC and Marvel. Even the Funko was just DC and Marvel. So you're catering to one group of people.
Yeah.
Right.
But as far as predictions, man, like for me, I'm looking forward to all the anime that was supposed to come out this past year. They got pushed back.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be getting like season 2 of Demon Slayer. We're getting the DBS new season. We're getting the return of Bleach. We're getting some more One Piece. Like we get some more.
We're gonna see how that what is it? What's with the studio did Sony acquire? Was it Funimation? We're gonna see
Funimation.
We're gonna see how that's gonna work out.
That's another prediction. I think Sony is gonna be business as usual. You got. I think the games that they're coming out with, Returnal. I think Returnal is gonna be well received. Yeah. But I think it's gonna be a hype game. Meaning, like, with on Twitch, I think like as soon as it comes out, everybody's gonna be streaming it. Then they're gonna beat it, and then they're gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, speaking of that, like
but I'm anticipating that to be a good game, and I'm actually wanting it to come out. Ratchet and Clank, and that's a part of the reason why I'm not mad that I didn't get a PlayStation when it first releases, is because all of the good games. What do you have right now on PlayStation 5? That's Miles, and what else?
A lot of people just playing. A lot of people playing their PlayStation 4 games, or
right.
They just go through
I'm not mad
at this point.
Right.
Yeah. But like I just recently downloaded the demo for Monster Hunter Rise. And I'm gonna be honest, I've never been a real fan of Monster Hunter. But I downloaded it on Switch and I actually like it. It's way better than Monster Hunter World. I can give it that. And that's just from playing the demo.
Really?
I can't get over that low frame rate. That just drives me.
I mean, I
with any game, and I hate to sound like a frame whore, but
I wasn't.
I can't.
I was playing on the Switch. I don't compare the Switch graphics to PlayStation or Xbox.
But it's not about the graphics, right? Because if you play Odyssey runs at a smooth 720p 60 and 1080p 60 if you dock it. So it's not the graphical; it's just the frame rate, and it's a difference.
Well, I rarely even dock.
Shout out to Mario Odyssey, by the way. That's a good game. But anyway,
yeah, Mario Odyssey plays very smooth. Which I don't. Mario is made in Nintendo, so it's gonna be made to utilize everything that the Switch has to offer.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you have third party, game makers making games, they don't. They make a game specifically for your system, which
Mario, they're it's like Apple. Hardware and software are married.
Yeah, it's married for that system. That's just like
eyes light up when you say married.
That's just like Smash. Smash runs so good on Switch.
All those games. So okay, since we talk about predictions in 2021, Switch Pro 2021.
Yeah, I'm thinking like we're probably getting some type of announcement next month. because the Switch, the original, a lot of companies like to keep anniversaries of some things, and the Switch came out in March. So
I see you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So I would say, and Nintendo is very like sporadic with Nintendo Directs. They just be like the day before.
They are.
We're doing a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. For real?
I think
right.
I think that they're gonna wait because you know the Olympics are gonna be held in Japan, and Nintendo is a major sponsor of the Olympics. They got the whole thing worked out with Mario and everything.
Oh man!
So that I believe that if the Olympics are to be held this summer, that's when they will make the announcement for the Switch Pro because they're going to try. Japan is making this into a very huge event.
Okay, I see what y'all talking about.
I would say another key indicator though, with it, I feel like it's going to be like in the spring, is because I work in a retailer that does sell consoles. And the amount
do they though?
The amount of custom specialized switches that we got in, from Animal Crossing to the Fortnite one to the, it's like I feel like they were just blowing their stock. Because I'm just like, dude, I've never seen these many switches at one time. So you almost kind of feel like the company's kind of like, okay, let's get all this out because we finna get ready to ramp up this new thing we have coming. So I kind of feel like it's sooner than later. They'll probably do something special for the Olympics, of course. You know they got a Mario Olympic game in the pocket. Come on now, bro.
I mean,
Sonic and Mario got the Olympic thing, don't they?
Yeah, they already had announced that.
Shout out to my figures I picked up today, my action figures, Mario and Sonic.
When they first announced that they were which was in 2019 that the Olympics was gonna be in Japan. You know, they had this big ordeal when the pipe came out. You know, the virtual pipe came out the center of the stage, and Mario jumped out talking about the Olympics being in Japan and stuff like that. So, like, they did it, but they're gonna be doing they're gonna be doing something real big for the Olympics. And like speaking of that, you know, I read that PlayStation is gonna halt the production of PlayStation 4s.
Oh man! Wait, before we get into that,
that was my prediction. Yeah.
Before we get into that, the prediction on cons.
Cons, I mean, we can talk about that. I mean, with the cons, so we're hoping, because we do Comic Palooza every for the past this would have been year 4, 2020 would have been 4. So this would be preempted for. They do have a date. The date is
Placey. That's Sonic.
May 21st to the 23rd. That is the week before Memorial Day and the week after Mother's Day. The week after Mother's Day. So, but on top of that, we're in Houston. But on top of that, though, we're in Houston, and another big event is the Texas Rodeo, and the rodeo has moved to May because of them trying to navigate the pandemic type thing, because it's still kind of fresh early in the year, so they've pushed it out. So May is going to be a pretty heavy month in the city for conventions.
Tink, didn't you say that they said that they were about to delete the NRG Park app?
Yeah, just the app.
But did it have a year on there? Because I know like some will have like a year. So so they might rebuild it.
They just said yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. They just said they were just gonna stop using the app on December 30th, 2020.
Okay.
Let's see predictions for. Let's talk about. We can bounce around regardless. I just wanted to see TV shows. WandaVision's in 5 days. Who has watched Marvel Legends that dropped this weekend? It gives like a rundown of pretty much all. So basically, if you haven't watched it, it gives one on Wanda Maximoff, which is our government, and Vision. And so it basically goes through all the movies that they're in. It clips literally every single moment that happened with them and kind of tells the story and kind of a trailer to get you ready for WandaVision. I haven't watched the one for Vision yet, but I did watch the one for Scarlet Witch.
Where is this on? I'm sorry.
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. It came out Friday.
I checked out the X-Men anime.
they're probably like maybe 3, 4. They're not that long. They're probably like if you would take a extended trailer for something, that's about how long it is. It's not very time consuming.
Okay.
Like, well, as far as I'm predicting, like for TV shows, the CW shows, like, Charmed, and Black Lightning. The fact that they're not picking up Green Arrow and
the Canaries.
What was?
Yeah, Green Arrow and the Canaries. They pass on the show.
Yeah. Which is good. I feel like it's a good thing.
It is a good thing because
here's why.
I don't
see it. Like, you can't go and replace Oliver like that. I really just don't. I don't see it like.
I don't want to see.
Another
chick.
Like, if they had came with Stevie or somebody, or they would have came, like something else. HBO Max may pick it up, but
no, it's too kiddie for HBO Max to pick it up. Titans is already taking over that. Like, if it's not on that level of Titans,
well, you got Stargirl.
That show, by the way. Ooh.
What, Stargirl?
No, Titans.
Oh.
Live
so with the passing on the Aaron Canaries, I mean, I was kind of like, when the show was announced, I was kind of like, what? But also at the same time, it brings it back around again. What was the point of freaking Crisis on Infinite Earths? What was the point? Why did we do all of this? Why did we do all this when we were going to cancel Supergirl, Black Lightning? We knew Arrow was gone. Flash is about to be out of there very soon, but the only reason Flash is even staying around because it's the number 1 CW show in their ratings. That's the only reason, and nobody asked for freaking Superman and Lois.
You know why they did it?
I think they're trying to get back to being a teeny bopper network, but
they did it to have an excuse to get Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck back to make it make sense.
Yeah, that could be part of it too. And to give Ezra Miller his name.
And to get him a way in so they can go back to making movies. That was the out right there.
Gonna be the main Batman in a lot of these.
Mm-hmm. Like, and you don't know.
My wish come true. Y'all know how I was. I always said Keaton was the best Batman. Seems like the universe agreed.
You did say that.
He stood on his soapbox for several episodes for that.
So the universe agreed with me.
She clipped.
So did most of the world.
I'll pat myself on the back for that.
Either way, we got 3 Batmans.
Exactly.
So,
you know what? Shoot. I watched 10.
Dude, about 4 Titans.
Shoot. I finally watched 10.
Uh-huh.
And I gotta give it to
Christian Bale. You want to make it in too?
Exactly.
Hell no.
Bro, we got Batman already. So I mean, we can Christian Bale.
Need horse.
Christian Bale get a pass.
We'll need horse.
I like Batman. I loved his Batman, actually.
It's Batman.
I loved his Batman. I'm not even no cap.
I love the Nolan Batman. Best Joker.
The movies were good, but the thing is, he's not the star of the movies. Like, Nolan's Batman is all about the villains to me.
Nah,
yeah.
that's the Schumacher.
No, Nolan's Batman's, like, especially starting with, like, between Joker and Bane.
Was it Nolan, or was it just the crack performance by Ledger?
I think
that made it seem
it was probably more.
For me, it was
Batman,
Ledger, but
Batman Returns the best
like
Batman.
Joker and Bane. For Ra's al Ghul, I really didn't care for the first Nolan Batman too much at all. But the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises it's usually the further down they go in the series, the worse they get. It got better as the series went on, because the first one I didn't care for. But like Legends Joker, and I forgot the dude that plays Bane. Even though it wasn't the Bane I was expecting to get, he made the movie, and Ledger made the movie. Like
That voice was
Tom Hardy.
iconic. That
Yeah,
voice
Tom
was
Hardy, yeah.
iconic on Bane. It was
Tom
so
Hardy.
memeable. Tom Hardy, yeah,
Venom.
he played Venom too.
It was all
yeah, I'm just saying I couldn't recall who played Bane. I haven't watched it in a
Yeah.
long time. But
Yeah, I mean his voice was iconic. It was memeable, but it was also like, because I was really like, when I first seen it at the movies, I was like, is this a joke? Is Kutcher gonna come out? Is this dude's voice really like this?
yeah,
But as
all a
the
mistake.
movie swells, the voice kind of makes sense in a way. I don't know.
Yeah.
you know,
Let's see what else is for. I mean, TV shows. I mean, prediction wise. I mean, I have a feeling the Marvel shows are gonna kill it.
Of course,
uh,
I can't wait to see What If. But that's
Yeah,
not. Is that coming out this year? Or is that?
Coming out in 2022.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Because we get Marvel shows
Oh.
pretty much every 2 months. Loki's already
Yeah.
filming season 2 at this point. We didn't
Yeah,
see season 1
Loki's
yet.
on season. It's already green lighted for season.
Well,
2.
I can see why
And,
though. I can see why though, because some people probably wonder like, why is this getting? Well, because the TVA has a lot to do with they are the shield for time, and with Kang being the main guy, it's more like gonna be the main guy that they're dealing with in a lot of the movies. The time, like the TVA has to have a very crucial part in a lot of what's going on. So.
I can't wait.
So,
Was it Owen Wilson? I can't wait to see Owen Wilson, man.
Speaking
Yeah,
of the Marvel shows, I saw the ratings. Well, the reviews for WandaVision. It's getting like great reviews. On one, it got like a 4.5 out of 5. So like when they did their test views. So I feel like that's gonna be a good show. Don't forget, Star Wars got a lot of shows coming out.
Yeah.
So,
Mandalorian got pushed to 2022, though. Initially, it was supposed to be later on this year, but they pushed it for some other Star Wars shows.
Yeah, so, it's going to, like, go ahead and get your Disney Plus subscriptions in.
Oh, they finna be printing money, man, because I have a feeling they're getting ready to. They've already kind of, like, figured out the whole thing. I think I mentioned on it maybe 2 shows before the last show, 2020. About them trying to figure out how to merge Hulu with Disney Plus, and they've already kind of came out and said they're getting ready to incorporate a mature section into Disney Plus. So get ready to probably merge your Hulu with your Disney Plus, and get them 110 subscribers, and freaking just do it all over HBO Max, because that's what it's all. That's literally who their competition is at this point.
Really, they just like with Hulu having live sports, with them merging with Disney Plus, having the movies and the old TV shows. Like Netflix and HBO Max finna have to come with it. And don't get me wrong, I've been watching some stuff on Netflix. Oh, and Amazon too. I've been watching some stuff on Netflix that been having me, intrigued or whatnot. But
yeah.
Like when Disney make that move, it's gonna be a scramble for first place, because it's gonna be like with me and Sin, we gonna be fighting for third place.
The only when you think about it, the only studio that doesn't have a service of their own is Sony, and that's really, aside from Netflix doing their own original content. They only really can lean on Sony. And what would really help Netflix, if they get the new Bond, because Sony's trying to figure out where they're going to release the new Bond movie. If they hit it on Netflix, oh yeah, them sub numbers gonna go up some more.
But
can we get into the Star Wars stuff too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they want Robert Downey Jr. to be Thawne. Well, they're in talks of him
To be who?
playing
Bond?
Thawne.
Oh, Thawne. Okay.
I want.
Oh wow.
I want what's his face? Doctor Strange. What's his name?
Oh, guy.
I can't think of his name right now. Damn it.
His name
Chat,
comes
help me
to
out
my
here.
mind.
What is his name? I can't think of his name right now.
Help me out.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah,
There we go.
Benedict.
I was thinking
Because
about
you
Cabbage
know what I
Patch,
was
but
thinking
it
in
was
my
not, that was
Cucumber
not
What
it.
I was thinking in my head, I was like, his name got something to do with eggs.
I was thinking Batch, and I'm like, Cabbage Patch? No.
Captain Patch.
I said, "Get on,
That's
dude."
hilarious, bro. But yeah,
Thank you, Play It Once.
there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
But man, we like I'm ready to see. I'm not sure as far as the Star Wars. I'm not sure what comes out first.
Man, we went across that whole list of. Oh, let me see if I
Yeah.
let me see if I still have it. I think I may
It's
have
been a
it.
long couple of weeks. That's not fresh on my mind no more.
No, it's not. Boy, it's definitely not. Lucasfilms. I don't have dates, but I mean, you got Rangers New Republic, we got Ahsoka, we got
I'm waiting for Ahsoka.
Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, we got Bad Batch, Visions,
They're gonna go in
Lando.
order as far as the timeline.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna release-
Acolyte, a Droid Story, Willow, Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, Willow.
So I got a lot.
Mhm. The Boys is gonna be filming early this year too.
Okay, that's
to,
good. The boy.
to release, but they said it's still up in the air, but hopefully release at the end of the year. I don't have any predictions for that because it's like to speculate what's going to happen to be stupid because it's literally comics and graphic novels out. So
Yeah.
but they are going to have some dude called Soldier.
Yeah, that's gonna be played by.
That's supposed to be. Yeah.
Names are slipping by me tonight.
I just said Dean.
Yeah, I know, right? Dean. Dean was super.
His name Jensen Ackles.
Yeah, Jensen Ackles. There we go.
Okay,
Winchester.
But like I recently just started back. The fact that
Sam is Walker Texas Ranger now. But anyway.
Yeah, I basically said screw cable. I'm just gonna go off my streaming apps on my Fire Stick.
Yeah, I don't need to buy no cable.
So like I got back into watching.
It's cable.
I got back into watching Supernatural, and it was just like
I finally it took me like forever, I think, because I didn't want it to end, but it took me forever to get through that last season on purpose because I was like, oh, if I watch it, that means it's really true that it's not coming back on. So I watched it.
With them syndication TNT checks gonna be nice though.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
them royalties.
They play 2 episodes a day.
A day.
They be running marathons in the morning.
Yeah. The same thing with Charmed. Like,
yeah.
Like, so.
And you know what? I think that's what keeps it going. Like, that's what makes another show like later on, because if you keep reliving the past, you're eventually going to want another story of it. So do you guys think they're going to do like another Supernatural type of show, like, but be like Supernatural Rebirth or something?
I think with 15 seasons, I think they've done all they could freaking do.
They can do.
Yeah.
I mean, if they stopped at like urban legend type stuff and then just cut it off there, and they could have came back and did a lot of the stuff that they did on the back half with angels and demons and all this stuff, then they could have rebirthed it then. But it's like, y'all blew your load. I'm sorry, y'all blew it. Y'all blew it.
Because like if they would have came back and did something like Supernatural Angels and Demons, it's like gave it a subtitle. Yeah, but like they just kept it rolling. I mean, it just got like when I stopped watching it, it was just like when I stopped watching Supernatural, it was just like, y'all doing too much now. Y'all just like
we broke the fourth wall and everything, bro, in the show.
Like y'all said God.
You gotta remember, like Supernatural started when Smallville was still on.
Thank
you. And then it's just like, just to see how big that the guy that played Sam ended up getting. Remember when Supernatural first started?
Yeah.
How little he was.
He was tiny.
He was tiny.
But just like the dude that plays in Criminal Minds, you know, the nerd in Criminal Minds, like dude, up now.
Oh yeah, Reed.
Yeah, Reed. And that was just like, you can't be super smart like you was, like borderline autistic smart, and then be walking around looking like you just bite people's heads off. But
like Poindexter.
yeah, but like when it boils down to it, like a lot of them shows, like you said, 15 years, man.
Yeah.
I don't see Supernatural coming back. Like if anything, they might make a movie.
Yeah,
that'd probably be the only thing to read. Like the revive of the show would be like them wanting to, like Warner Brothers wanting to green light a movie or something like that for the show. They'll probably throw it on HBO Max. That's just what Warner Brothers is doing right now. So.
Let me touch on this one. 2021, it's bringing back Sex in the City.
Yeah, I saw that today.
Was Sarah Jessica Parker or somebody else?
Yes, no, Sarah Jessica Parker.
That whole cast.
Lord.
Everybody except Samantha.
Like, ain't they like 80?
Bro, I'm not.
It's Real Housewives of Sex in the City at this point. That's what it basically comes down to. That's what they look like now. I mean,
they had kids. They got married. They're gonna
be looking like a show on Broadway.
It's a girl show.
It was down to 40 when they got off the air. Over 40.
So they probably might be grandmas or something now. Who?
And their daughters is out there running around having sex. Got you.
There we go.
You know it. You know you should have did. You know you should have did it like this.
I just need them to
hey, Mom.
announce that they're gonna give Jensen Ackles Red Hood series on HBO.
Now that's what I'm waiting on.
That's a toss up. I mean, is he gonna be Jason Todd? Is he gonna be Jason Todd? Because we already have the guy that plays.
You know what?
That's gonna be Red Hood in Titans. I mean, they can probably go for one another if you're gonna say that it's an older version of him. I mean,
older. There you go.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
Yeah, but The Witcher should come back this year too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah.
So, I think he got injured on the set, so it might be.
Gavel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He got injured in that whack PC. Yeah, I'm hating because he
got all them views.
All the girls like, ooh, he know how to build a PC.
You don't even know how to build a PC with it.
I do too. I build a lot of them.
For real.
I'd be like the dude, Destiny Banks. I can do that too. Hey, you can't do that. Sit your old boy. You looking like man.
It's because it's him.
But man, it's like, what else is supposed to be? The movies,
movie wise, so we have some Marvel movies on the slate. Of course, we got Black Widow coming out in May. We got Eternals is in November. Spider-Man 3 is December. I don't think there's anything in the summer.
So, given what HBO Max did with Wonder Woman 84. I wonder if Disney Plus is going to take that to release it on the platform and in theaters.
I think they tried it with Soul, but I'm not sure. I didn't even look up how much they did.
Soul
but
did real good.
Did it really?
It did real good.
It was well received.
Yeah.
Received better.
Despite the reviews of Wonder Woman 84, that and Soul did very good. They were as far as because. You gotta think, the companies look at day one numbers, first week numbers. That's what they care about. They care about first impressions. They don't care about overall what it is. They just want how many people looked at it day one, first week, and that's all they care about.
Okay, I got a this is about to be wild.
You had us waiting on a soap opera.
There you go.
The fight for her, like, what was all the action was in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
No, they danced a little bit at the end. Hold on, this is gonna be left field, but this literally happens with stuff like Spotify and artists, where you got streaming farms. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Where they just let the tape rock to the tape,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get those streaming numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Literally, the same thing can happen here with stuff moving this stuff to home. They can inflate the numbers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, so from all of what I'm seeing, that Wonder Woman 84 was well received. Now, like I said, I think I probably said this last episode for the break. If they were going for 80s campy, I'll let them make it. Right?
Yeah.
Because the beginning
That's
was
the vibes I got.
I like that. But if they weren't, then it's an atrocity.
I mean, with Wonder Woman 84, we have not had a female superhero movie in theaters or just overall as a movie. So, with a lot of, I mean, with it being a female, you kind of gotta understand that it was gonna be a thing. I mean, it was. You can't count Catwoman because that shit sucked. Can't count Catwoman. She wasn't any superhero no damn way.
I mean, what like this is what I would expect. Like watching the Supergirl TV show, even though it had this romance in it, there was always action.
Yeah.
This was hell, even Charm got action. But like this was okay, we're gonna give you 98.9% romance.
Was it really though?
Yeah.
I mean, aside from him being spoiler alert, aside from him being resurrected and the whole, bed scene and doing the clothes stuff, it wasn't really really a lot, to be honest. That's why I say when you say romance, it's kind of like it wasn't the whole. I mean, the only man she ever loved. She came from an island full of women.
Compare Wonder Woman 84 to the first Wonder Woman, and the first Wonder Woman
they had to prove a point because it was the first really superhero woman movie that was coming out at the time.
Okay, now, you proved the point. You need to expand on that point. Don't try to prove a point and then go subpar.
I mean, and it didn't have any correlation to the first movie, Wonder Woman 84.
Aside from just him.
Aside from him, really the point though.
Yeah.
Like it basically did showing the like that nigga got Titanic feels from it.
I don't know about all that. I don't vibe with the top 10.
I think that
very conflicting.
I don't know. I think that it was something contractual, maybe. I don't know.
It wasn't. I hear people were saying like, "Oh, this is the worst." Have you seen New Mutants?
New Mutants are horrible.
Y'all scare me with that. I don't even want to watch it.
Okay, it's like this is what I feel like with the whole, and I feel like we're gonna get this all year long with even the movies that are gonna come out on HBO Max. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Movie theater, you go. It's all about the experience. You're sitting there. You can't rewind. You can't pause. If you go to the bathroom, you missed the part. At home, you can pause, slow down, overanalyze every single thing.
You can snatch it off the internet, but you get it in.
No, I'm just saying. But whether it's legal or illegal, you can pause it, rewind it. Therefore, when you have the ability to pause and see stuff or roll it back, you can overanalyze. You tend to overanalyze things. Versus in a movie theater, did I see that? Like you don't know because you can't rewind it because you're in a movie theater. You only can just kind of like. I think that's what I thought.
See it
I saw.
Again.
Yeah, that's the only thing you really. That's the only thing you really can do.
Well, I got breaking news. This just dropped on the timeline. It says Marvel's boss Kevin Feige on why Black Panther 2, Post-Bozeman, Black Widow release, and why streaming plans won't burn MCU in the box office. So I got a feeling they may end up trying to go the streaming route and also release it at theaters.
They probably will. I mean,
that's the best thing to do.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be a dual release.
Like that, I feel like that's where we're going from now on. Like it's gonna always be dual releases. Like let's just say this, man. like 2020 started a lot of new stuff that we're finna start doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that online shopping jumped up exponentially. Like a lot of box stores about to close. You know,
I think
like
movie theaters are going to get more creative in their approach. I think there's going to be more smaller venues, right? More spaced out, and they're going to try to get innovative with how they seat and all that stuff. It's not going to be everybody next to a seat.
Yeah.
See, the thing is with movie theaters, and this comes from me like working in a movie theater, you make your money through the concessions. You don't make your money from how many tickets you sell because it goes straight to like the movies. They don't make their money through selling tickets or selling out the theaters. They make their money selling the food, the popcorn, the pickles, the pizza. That's how they get their money.
Shout out to AMC 30. I bought my first PS2 off that paycheck. Let's go.
So, like, if you ever seen the register, you know, if you ever worked in retail or like a restaurant or something, you know, pretty much all that money goes into one bank. If you at work theater, concessions on bank, tick on bank.
Yep.
If you go and make those deposits, you're making them into two separate accounts.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and that's what lends to. I think they're gonna start going with smaller venues because they can't afford to keep these huge venues open. You know. Because remember AMC 30 down here, Royalty. Yeah. You know, for a while it was booming, and you walk in, you get your ticket at this big fountain in the middle, just shooting up. After a while, they start cutting that fountain off because that water bill's too high.
Hell yeah!
And then now what they doing? They shut down, right? Didn't they shut down?
You know that?
Yeah, they did shut down. Yep.
They just shut down this year. So.
You know that box of candy you can go to the 90 store and get for $1. They charge
look.
$5 in the theater.
$5.
Get ready when they up theaters back up for it to be $10, maybe
exactly.
Like the theaters gonna end up having to say either BYOS, bring snacks.
I'm about to say shit, but okay, we'll take it.
Or they're gonna have to be more creative to make people feel like they're getting their money's worth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you know, and another thing they use a profit from too a little bit was the arcade.
Yeah.
Since that died down, you know, it's just like
yeah.
I think it's like what they may have to start doing is just turning into a dinner. Like all theaters may have to convert to a dinner and a movie thing. That'll be a smaller venue.
Yeah, I think those type of things are what's gonna flourish, like the studio movie deals. What's the one that's one that's like that?
Like they said, it's called Bring Your Own Facts.
BYOB. They end up getting a resurgence of drive-ins. Like drive-ins may start popping back up a whole lot. So it's one of them things where you know they're gonna have to adapt. Like everything is changing, and these companies are gonna have to really adapt and just get used to the fact that like people could gonna be doing a lot of stuff at home.
Wasn't this going that route anyway?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was inevitable, right? But I think the pandemic is kind of the last straw.
The nail in the coffin. I mean,
yeah.
Because with Buster, and then even Redbox is suffering. You know what I mean? With streaming is like now it's just like movie theaters. This pandemic was just all of that needed. You know, for especially those real skeptics and germaphobes that was already like I didn't want to go anyway.
Because they were closing down before the pandemic.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna take the chance of going to the movies. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
I'd rather buy an inflatable screen and you know if I want to do it like that.
Oh boy, inflatable screen. I know what those are.
Yeah.
I'd rather do that, you know what I'm saying? And then especially they're gonna be dropping on the platform. If I buy an inflatable screen and a projector, oh, we good.
I'm definitely after I get, you know, I'm definitely gonna F up a check on the projector. At least the band. 4K projector.
Okay.
That's down. That might not be till 2022 or later on, but when it comes that time, I'm definitely gonna F up a check on.
Yeah.
You know, and you can always rig it to get you a king size white sheet.
No. I'm going. We getting screen. We doing the thing. We doing the thing.
I'm just saying for those who can't afford to do that, you know what I'm saying?
You can get a pull down for $100. I had a pull down. One of my apartments I had in my bedroom. Put my bed on the wall. I had the projector up there. I did my research on projectors, and I couldn't afford one of the top ones. But they had this little Chinese company that would do 1080p projector, and it looked nice. You know, it wasn't like Epson or nothing, but it looked. And I had to pull down 80 something inch, maybe more. Like I think it was 100, and it was a pull down. I got out of there for under $100 for the whole setup. I probably paid $250 because I bought some cheap 5.1 speakers. I bought the pull down white projector that was under 100, and the projector itself was like one something. So I had a nice decent setup. I sold it off after I moved. So I moved somewhere smaller and I didn't have room for it. But I had a nice setup in my bedroom for less than $250. Sure did.
So let's move on to the next topic.
Let's talk about the so PS5s are getting a PS2 black theme. PS5. Well, it's really like a shell though, huh? The last time I read
it was just under company that was doing them. You know, customizing them to look like PS2s, like give it a PS2 thing. But what happened was like they started getting credible threats. Because they had like literally sold out in their orders, like sold out, but then they had to refund everybody because they were getting credible threats. But they didn't say what the threats were.
I thought Sony sent out a cease and desist on them.
And they said try to sue us.
Yeah, that like when a few days later when you know they continued it, you know Sony said they were going to sue. So you know like when they first released it, they were just saying they were getting credible threats. They didn't say who the threats were from, because like the speculation was it was from people that didn't get a chance to jump on it and order theirs and said they should have had more stock or whatnot. Actually, it was Sony, you know, saying that they were going to sue. So my thing is with Sony, like y'all already threatened to sue about the accessories, the face plates and stuff like that. Like what y'all gonna do to customize it? Because like, are y'all gonna come with an all black thing one? Or what?
I'm pretty sure it's coming at some
I mean, and that's why they're threatening, because they're like, we're gonna come out with the peripherals and the stuff. They want to oversee it, you know, and they want to monetize and capitalize on all the
profits. That's what I was saying at first when we was talking about the face plates. Like, that's what Sony want to do. Sony want to be the one to make all the money off this. Of course, third party, just like, oh Lord, I can remember when this happened. When the PlayStation came out, like, we only had one controller. So what my mom did is she went and bought the little plastic see-through controller that didn't even have PlayStation on it. That was like super fat. It wasn't even like. It was just like a generic controller, and me and my brother was looking like, I like whispered to him, like,
you was too low. Say it again. I think your noise suppression kicked in.
No, I was saying, I whispered to my brother, but don't worry about it. But she was just like, she threw it to us. She was like, "Oh, here go y'all another controller," since y'all was complaining, and you know what I'm saying, it looked like a 99-cent store controller. So I like whispered to my brother, like, "Don't worry about it. I go buy us another like real PlayStation controller." And you know, and she was like, "We never did open that controller." My mom was just like, "Well, y'all had me waste my money." And I was just like, "No, I went and bought a real one." And like, I was in elementary school, so like I'm not like.
You notice the peripherals is gone. Like, that stuff is really gone. Like them companies like Mad Cats and all that.
Yeah,
they out of there.
Like, the only third party we really wanted that we got was the Touch 360s. Like, we didn't care that they weren't made by Nintendo or Sega or nothing like that. We wanted those Touch 360 controllers.
In some instances, the third party was better than the original. Let's not get it twisted. But
the quality was there, because it's like now Power A makes Some very good.
Always makes good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with this, I don't know. I don't think it'll be worth. So especially because I'm a DIY guy, right? I'm a real do-it-yourself guy. I will pop these side panels off, go get me some primer and paint this stuff myself. Black if I wanted to.
Shoot, King Gadalion had one. I think I put it in our Discord. He put one. He had like an actual wood finish to it. I'm like,
yeah, I saw that one. Like he made
it's two side panels. Not hard, people.
Yeah, no,
I'm not gonna pay over $100 over retail for that. I'm sorry.
Put some paint and some lacquer.
150.
Some paint, clear coat, and lacquer, and you got it. Yeah. Like you can.
No, I'm not tearing down that controller, but
yeah, we're not.
No, but like you can literally print out your own
control freaks or something.
If you got the right paper and the right printer, you can print out your own skin and like just peel it off and cut it to fit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. With that type of thing, somebody's gonna make a stencil, bro, and you can just make your own. I'm pretty sure it'll be a thing at some point. Let's see. Sony PlayStation Plus for 2 years right now. You can get it for $58. Use the code 2021 at checkout. So that's a deal you can capitalize on if you just want to stack your PlayStation Plus. Outriders came out with a press release this past week saying the game will be delayed, coming out in I read it was coming out in April now instead of February. It was the original release date. I had early access to Outriders on because I'm a Windows Preview Insider, and I got a chance to play. I played it on a base Xbox, mind you. Yeah, we needed to delay it. It needs some work. And I feel like this is what I feel like when I played it. I feel like it could be
from Cyberpunk.
I feel like it could be a Cyberpunk situation where the game probably plays amazing on PC and plays really, really good on the higher end hardware, but on the base it's just like
trash.
It's like don't release it. Just don't release it on. I know you can't say like no, it doesn't work on base Xbox, but it does, or base PS4, but it does. But it's like it ain't recommended to play on this version.
And I want to agree with that sentiment, guys. But it's like when you just start getting up in the generations, it's like with PC gaming. I'm a primary PC gamer. Any game is the minimum specs.
Yeah.
Don't fit the minimum specs. I mean, sorry if you got the base Xbox. Sorry if you got the base PS4. I mean, I know that sounds insensitive or whatever, but I mean, we got to move on,
But there's some other things. There's some other things in the game that were just not up to par. I wish I would have wrote down notes.
But my thing is, what you just said, though, is this right here. If you know those systems don't meet the minimum requirements for the game, don't release it on that system.
Or release it and say, hey, minimum requirements is Xbox Series or Xbox One S or higher.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same as just like saying don't release it on the PlayStation 4. Like me saying don't release it on the PlayStation 4, don't release it on what?
I think that's what.
Or say PS4 Pro only.
Yeah, I think that's why.
It sounds up.
I kind of think that's why the game Godfall that's on PS5. I have a feeling that's why that didn't come to PS4. I think it was too much with all the shine and gloss of that game that it looks like. I feel like it would have been too much for it because I feel like it could have been a PS4 this past generation game, but it only came to PS5. It was a timed exclusive. Actually, a lot of people don't know that it's coming to Xbox, but. With that game in particular, I feel like it's another. I feel like Square Enix with Outriders or People Can Fly is actually the studio that's under Square Enix. I feel like they should just go ahead and just say like this is PS5, Xbox Series X, S.
Just
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're counting out that little kid in Uganda that still has a base model Xbox or whatever. That's just a random. But I mean, we can't do this one off cake with the masses.
I mean, because the way I look at it is, when
Shout out to that little kid in Uganda. I see you, boy.
little kid in Uganda.
Is referencing my previous statement. I said,
Yeah,
we'll move on.
I knew what he meant.
Oh, okay. So like when, like I never did get the Sega Saturn. You know, I went from the Sega to a PlayStation and a Dreamcast and a 64. So I wasn't expecting to get the same games that came out of those systems on a Sega or Super, you know, because Nintendo went from Super Nintendo to 64.
Nintendo 64.
Right. So I wasn't expecting the same games that were on 64 to be on, you know,
yeah.
The Super.
How it happens now where we get like certain games 3 and 4 generations and then it's just
just go ahead, just drop it and just say, you know, don't even let them feel like they can get it on.
But it's apples to oranges, right? Because when I say it's apples to oranges, because literally what you're saying is that's totally different. It's a different setup. It's like different architecture, right? You know what I mean? Whereas this is similar architecture, but it's just one is less powerful. So yeah, you're not gonna get Super Nintendo to the 64 because that's a different architecture. That's a different whole thing.
No, like take for instance with Nintendo. Nintendo went from the NES which was a tape console, Super Nintendo tape console, 64 tape console. That's pretty much within the same realm of the same architecture. When they went to the GameCube, that was a totally different architecture.
Right.
So
I feel like with the consoles being, you know, how we have
PS4, but they use different chips. Go ahead.
I feel like with the PS4, for example, we have the 4, we have the Pro. Xbox, you got the of course with them you have the Xbox One, you know, Day One edition. You got the S and the X. I feel like with those tiered system, they've kind of sort of like handicapped the consumer a little bit. Because we don't know what these developers are deving for. Like, what's the benchmark for? You know, what are they developing this particular game to run on, or whatever? I know what you mean by recommended and stuff like that. But we didn't have this issue on the PS3 because it was one. It was literally one. It was either bigger, or it was smaller, but it was one, and it had the same guts in the inside of it. So I just go ahead.
Xbox One S is going for $160, and that's gonna get you in the door for one controller. That's gonna get you in the door, get you that white console, and get that big bulky black scratched up on the top mug out of here. You're not gonna die. If you a gamer and you want to play this next gen, look. I'm looking at one right now, 160 used. And that'd be right up my alley. And I'd be jugging and finessing to make that happen. Trust me. I'm telling you, man. The way I got my Xbox One X when it came out, I was making moves. Because I wanted that powerful console. I had a laptop out of sale. I was doing Postmate. I made it happen. Okay? It wasn't all my money. You know, I sold off my other Xbox. Get it out of here. You out of there. I had the S. But right now, to get you in the door, 160. If you a gamer, come on.
Well, we just hope
if you're a casual gamer and I can't get 160, yeah. But if you like, look, I want a game. Yeah, 160 is gonna get you in the door, man.
I mean, we just hope Outriders is not. If put it this way, Outriders feels when I played it kind of feels like it may be a similar or sort of kind of situation. We'll see. Hopefully, I'll be able to play it. Hopefully, I'll be able to play it preemptively on a PS4 Pro, and kind of see because it's always a dramatic difference when you go from like the base to even the highest end of the last gen. I can say that, for example, with WWE 2K20, I have it on Xbox and I have it on PS4 Pro, and like the load times are just abysmal on my Xbox that I have in the living room.
I mean, like as far as like what I feel like is just that, you know, if it's designed to be played on us with certain specs, because more than likely these developers aren't deving for PlayStation 4 or the previous Xbox. They're deving for the new consoles. So just let these be strictly games for the new consoles. We just like people with old consoles just won't be able to get them.
But they still got to support. I mean, those some of those consoles are still in, of course, in rotation, of course. So they still have to, in some cases, dev for those because that's you got to think about how many people own a PS5 and an Xbox Series currently at the moment, with it being constrained during a pandemic, and you want to release your game just solely for next gen, and barely anybody has one. You just throwing the money out the window at this point. Mm-hmm. So you kind of got to. You don't have a choice. Yeah, because then you're gonna get looked at. You're gonna be looked at as a failure.
Can't run it. It's one of them sayings that you really hate to hear, but it rings true. It is what it is.
Pretty much. I started to buy a shirt today that said it is what it is.
You know?
But another thing, like I was just looking at, Cyberpunk play on. I was just bored the other day, and I just started looking at gameplay. I seen what it looked like on a 3070 or 3080. Seen what it looked like on PlayStation 5. On the PS4 and the PS5. The Xboxes and everything like that. Cyberpunk was the test dummy for all new all new games that has that type of development. Cyberpunk should have been, in my opinion, a strictly PC game, because I feel like to get the full experience out the game and get everything that game has to offer, you need a high-end PC.
Yep.
Like you gotta have that 3080, 3090 card.
Back. To get the and they marketed it like that, honestly.
Yeah.
You see the RTX on and all that.
I feel like the Cyberpunk, like I feel like their developers went to NVIDIA and was just like, yeah, we making this game for you.
Okay. Let me ask you this: Give Rockstar that same amount of time that CD Projekt Red. How would Cyberpunk be?
CD Projekt gives
give Rockstar.
Yeah, Rockstar would have approached it differently. Rockstar would have did what they're doing right now, which is Grand Theft Auto is what we have right now with all these expansions from over the years, is what the game probably wanted to be in the beginning, but they was like, this is too much shit to be loading on at one time. That's why online. That's why online was delayed. It wasn't active when the game first came out. It came out way later on, and then everything.
Let's just talk about base. You know how I was playing.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like
GTA 5 wasn't without.
I feel like Cyberpunk should have done the same thing. I mean,
just like how they took their time with Red Dead. Like it was a lot of time between.
That's why I said that amount of time.
Red Dead still crashing PCs.
Yeah.
I said Red Dead was still crashing PCs when it came out. It was stuff out there that just couldn't handle that game.
Yeah. Right.
38s can't even handle that bad boy on some aspects. Like you max it out, you ain't getting 60 frames. But it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to link too much on it. But
all right, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Devil May Cry 5 actor Brandon, that's how you say his last name?
I tried my best. I just don't want to butcher that man's name.
Venable?
Venable, yeah.
Venable, that's what I'm going with. Passes away. Who did he voice in Devil May Cry?
Let me go back. I saw it.
Who did he voice? I'm gonna ask Devil May Cry because I know Devil May Cry probably most well about of anything. So that's why I wonder who. Let's see, man, real quick, because we getting ready to. We got probably like one more topic to go. 2021 for Nerdflow Podcast, man. Like we said, as we said before, this year we're gonna be really making the how do you say? We're gonna be really pushing hard for digital content. So please make sure you guys go follow the YouTube, our Twitter, Instagram, whatever you mess with on a regular basis. You can search Nerdflow and Nerdflow Podcast. Please go over there and subscribe and all that good stuff. Just like right now, we're live on Twitch every single Sunday at 9:30 p.m. Central. Shows do go immediately in an audio form and a video form straight to our YouTube channel. So please go over there and subscribe to the channel as well. We'll also be getting more into a lot of the stuff we talk about on the podcast. A lot of that stuff we're going to start drip feeding out throughout the week as it happens to get our pretty much like just live reaction on everything with the show. So please make sure you guys go over to our YouTube channel and make sure you guys subscribe. We have a Facebook community also. If you mess with Facebook, we will be opening up the Discord very soon. So for all the gamers who, Discord is the way to, get to know people and, from a community standpoint, we'll be opening it up very soon as well. Dope.
Yeah.
3080s.
Oh.
Heard the prices on them suckers about to go up.
Y'all gonna be really. Oh, I'm about to tell you guys right now. Please brace yourselves. This is gonna be so. Y'all just get the nasty award out of the cabinet for me. I paid $150 over retail for my 3080.
Mm-hmm.
I pay scalper prices, but the same time I bought my 3080. For some strange reason, I just put $10 in cash out Bitcoin, bought $10 of Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. The very next week, that $10 was worth $28. I'll say that to say this. Yeah, I paid the inflated price, but I did it at the perfect time. Because some dude in Las Vegas got, what, I want to say 48 cards, 48 3080s. Mm-hmm. Each one of them generates $10 a day. So what I say I'd love to say is the Bitcoin boom, on top of the scalpers with these cards, y'all think when these TIs come out, now the TI's out, I'm going to be able to get me a 3080 now. Be able to get me a 3070 now. No. These miners about to scoop up all the cards, and it's rumored NVIDIA gave a little percentage to mining. I don't know if that's true. That's speculation. I mean, that's hearsay. But I literally, I paid the scalper price. It was on the lower end, but I literally did it at the perfect time because it's Bitcoin boom. So I didn't do it as a flex. I'm literally passionate about PCs and PC building, and I really wanted that card. It wasn't no flex. Oh yeah, I got this. It wasn't about that. It was not about that at all. And I got in at the right time. I still took my L on the PS5. I'm like, shit, I'm tired of taking L's. You know what? Talked the dude down some more. Got it to 150 over retail. So it is what it is. But, hell, I don't know. Maybe I get into Bitcoin mining. I got 2 cards here now. I might as well.
So the guy that was the voice actor, he played Griffin in Nightmare in Devil May Cry 5. Okay. He played Daz in the English dub of Attack on Titan, and he got additional voices in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, the Demon Soul remake, and Dragon Ball Super.
R.I.P. And if you're on the fence about buying Bitcoin, guys, Don't go out and put a whole $1,000 or your whole stimmy in there, but put throw $20, $100 in there because it's constantly going up.
Yeah,
The guy that predicted the double, because there was a guy that predicted that was going to go up to 40 grand, but he's predicting now that it cuts in half, it cuts in 50%. But don't let that deter you. Like I said, don't put your life savings in there, but throw your little money in there. It's like it's like a machine.
You know what the sad part is? It was just like around 2010, 2011, where you had to do complex math problems. Like we was in calculus, because I had went back to college, and we were in calculus and stuff like that. And I was a computer engineering major, so I was taking computer science classes too. We were mining Bitcoin at the time, and it wasn't worth jack's why.
Oh, don't tell me the more I could have been rich stories.
It was like worth a third of a penny, Bitcoin at the time. So we weren't paying. We were just doing it because it was
blockchain solving or whatever.
Yeah, it was just something to do at the time. We flexing our brains. Saying we can do this, we can do this. So I mean, I'm not saying I could have been rich, but it would be nice to have that computer back.
Facts. Facts, man. I bet.
All right. We're gonna wrap this episode or this issue of Nerdflow Podcast, issue 167, man. As I said before, I'm just echoing it. Facebook.com/Nerdflow Podcast, Twitter.com/Nerdflow, Instagram.com/Nerdflow Podcast. We also have Ask Nerdflow as well, so you can send your questions over to nerdflowpodcast@gmail.com. Again,
or hit us in the Discord.
Yeah, hit us in the Discord. We got a YouTube channel as well. Search Nerdflow Podcast. Trying to hit the 100 subscriber mark so we can get the official URL. We got the Facebook community going as also. If you're down with buying some nerd apparel through superhero stuff, we also have links within the channels, in the panels, and on the description of the show. If you listen to us on the podcast download. We will be having quick hits. Hitting up the YouTube.
Oh, and on that quick, I am coming out. I'm waiting on some other equipment to come. I'm not going, but I'm coming out with a review on the 3080. It'll be over the noise levels, like the dB levels, and I do a test at 1440p on Cold War, and I do a test at 4K on Cyberpunk, so you can see what ray tracing on, DLSS on, off. You'll see. So it'll be coming out. So look at
YouTube on Nerdflow and soon also. May start back streaming next week. So
all right. Then we also got if you also have the Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime, you can also sub to the channel for free as well. So please make sure you want to support the show any other way.
And appreciate player ones, yeah.
Exactly. And also, man, we appreciate all the new follows. I forgot to announce Midwest Hummingbird. Appreciate the follow also as well while we were on as well. So we will catch you guys on next week. So see you guys then.
Don't let the bed bugs bite. Oh man, I have to hug my bed. Speaking of that.
Hey, what's wrong with your mic?
See, I was telling him that.
I was messaging.